This is Overthinking with Carmen, where I spiral publicly so you don't have to. I'm your overthinker in chief, and today we've got to talk about the mess. Jess Hilarious, or as she tells us, Jess with the mess. Now, she's on the Breakfast Club and the drama is already spilling out like a knocked over cup of coffee in the morning, and folks are acting all kinds of shocked. But why? Why are we so shocked? Shocked when the mess told us it was coming. Now, I don't know who needs to hear this, but Jess didn't lie. Jess told us exactly what she was bringing. Her name was the warning label. Dr. Maya Angelou told us on a clear day, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. And in a later post, I think she said something like, and when someone tells you who they are, believe them the first time. I may have that wrong, but I remember something about her laying in bed, in her big brass bed with Oprah interviewing her. And she said, when someone says that I am mean or I am unkind or I'm nasty, we don't believe them. And she put it like this: for those of us who don't trust life, for those of us who don't trust life, we don't believe them. We say things like, oh no, you're not mean, or you're not unkind, or you're not nasty. And she goes on to say, as soon as we say that, bam, right upside our heads. She says, hi, I'm Jess with the mess. Y'all hired me as Jess with the mess. And we said, no, you're not messy. You're just misunderstood. Surely you've evolved because you're in this space now. This is a different season, a different show, so you're going to be different. And then, bam, life comes upside our heads with the very mess we were warned about. And here's the thing. I want to be clear. This isn't about Jess. This isn't about Jess. This is about us. Why don't we trust life? When it tells us something, why don't we trust it? Why don't we trust people when they tell us who they are? Why don't we trust them enough to believe them the first time? Is this what we call hope? Hope that they'll be different? Maybe it's delusion or delulu. Maybe it's a lack of discernment. Or is it our memories just are fried? No jokes aside, because I swear sometimes I'm the only one in the room saying, wait, didn't y'all see this already? Didn't she do this before? Didn't they show us this in 2020? And then in 2021 and then in 2022. But maybe the timeline moves so fast that nobody remembers. We're living in the age of disposable memory, where everything is fast, everything is fleeting, everything is designed to be forgotten. Look at your social media timeline. It used to be that people had 15 minutes of fame and it gave them enough time to try to maximize that. Now we say you get 5 seconds of fame. That's because it shows up on your timeline, you close out of there, you go somewhere else, and you never see it again. I think that there's something insidiously nefarious, downright sinister about the way these timelines are set up so that things are forgotten. A moment happens, we post it, and then the next day, gone. And we think that's harmless, but it's not. But when we forget the mess, we just invite it back. When we forget who people are, we assign them roles they never auditioned for. And when you forget what life already showed you, you end up spiraling for no reason. You end up being shocked when you were already warned. And I get it. We do want to believe that people evolve. We want to think that we're giving people grace. But sometimes grace is believing people the first time. And disruption? Disruption is choosing to remember when the world tells us to forget. Disruption is choosing to remember when the timeline disappears. So no, I'm not surprised Jess is with the mess. She told us. You just forgot. But memory is a form of liberation, and I'm holding on to mine because I refuse to live a disposable life. I'm Carmen Michael Smith, your overthinker in chief. Thanks for spiraling with me. Catch you next time, unless you forget what I was saying.